What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today. Another very exciting Samsung video for you guys. Today we are talking about more Galaxy S24 Ultra leaks. We have some benchmark numbers, not only for the Galaxy S24 Ultra in the US with the Snapdragon, but also a weird one from Europe, the European model. Take a look at that. Also some benchmarks from Vulkan GPU information about the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 coming to us from Ice Universe, which are some really powerful numbers, which we kind of expected to see from Qualcomm as usual. All of that information we'll be getting into today. Before we get started, I want to thank my son Jonathan. We do have a few dinosaurs as usual. Over here we have the Gallimimus, not the Saurus, on the right. And I also want to remind you guys that if you're going to be ordering a Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, or S24 Ultra from Samsung in January 2024 at their Unpacked event, if you're here in the United States, you can sign up for one of our mystery boxes. The link is in the pinned comment description. All you have to do is put in your first name, last name, and email address. And of course, we'll give you more information as it gets closer. You get a free case, a free cleaning kit, a free desktop phone stand, some other accessories. And this year, for the first time ever, for each 500 people who sign up for the mystery box program and actually end up ordering, all you need to do in order to claim a mystery box is place your Samsung order in Samsung US website with my affiliate link, and then send us a proof of your purchase. For every 500 people who do that, we're giving away a 75-inch Samsung TV. So if we have, for instance, 2,500 people do it, we'll give away 5 TVs, etc. Check out the link in the pinned comment description to sign up for that. So let's go ahead and get into the news here. First, let me switch over to Sam Mobile, who really is one of the best in terms of if you want to follow news for Samsung stuff. We have a couple of pieces of information here. The first one is the Galaxy S24 Ultra Snapdragon performance numbers came out, and this is the one for the US variant. And scroll down here, we can take a look. You can see right there, single core score 2234, multi-core score 6807. This is very, very impressive. It's something that we would kind of expect to see occur. The S23 Ultra had 1895 on the single core, 5062 in the multi-core. So this is quite a jump for the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in terms of the multi-core score especially. Of course, it's important to wait and see how this is actually going to end up translating over to real-world performance, but it's always fun to look at benchmarks, especially leading up to the release of the device. We also see the other information here in terms of the cores. They have the information for the different clock speeds of all the different cores of the Cortex X4 CPU, the Cortex A720 CPU cores, and the Cortex A720 CPU cores at 2.96 gigahertz. And then, of course, we do see that they are 40% more powerful than its predecessor in terms of GPU performance, which is absolutely massive. And I'll show you guys in a second the Vulkan scores also that was posted by Ice Universe over on Twitter. Now, we do know that it looks like from this as well that the Galaxy S24 and the S24 Plus are both going to get the Exynos 2400 in certain markets, but the S24 Ultra will exclusively get Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 around the world. So regardless of what market you're in, it looks like you will be in on the Snapdragon processor if you opt for the S24 Ultra. And for a lot of people, unfortunately, that could be a really big deciding factor. Even if you want a smaller phone, you may not want the Exynos processor given some of the past historical issues. Now, another weird one that I saw pop up about benchmarks over here on Sam Mobile was after that S24 Ultra benchmark surfaced from the US, there was one that surfaced for the European model, and people are like, what the heck is going on? Because the single core score was 2059, but the multi-core score is 4506. And I think the consensus is that since these are both running the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 according to the output from the benchmarks, this has got to be something weird going on with the testing device, because there's no way that you could have the US model of the S24 Ultra getting a benchmark that's about 1,800 points higher on the multi-core score if they're in fact the same phone with the same processor and the same cores. So it looks like this is probably just some weird issue that comes from this being a testing device. This can happen, of course, and I think Sam Mobile also kind of came to this same exact conclusion. Now, the Exynos 2400, even though some people are down on it, it did score 2067 and 6520 in the single and multi-core scores, respectively. So it may not end up being as bad as a lot of people think it is. We'll have to see how it goes once those variants come out in the other markets and compare it to the ones here. Now, also over on Twitter, Ice Universe posted the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy. Remember, Samsung sometimes have a special version of the new Qualcomm chip that goes in the Galaxy S flagship every year. So this is probably one that's specifically engineered, co-engineered with Samsung and not just the regular Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 that's going to come out in OnePlus phones or Xiaomi phones, etc. You can see right here the Vulkan score that he's got right here, 70% higher than the 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. So they're really bumping up that overall performance in this area. You see Geekbench 6.2.0, and down here once you see Android 14 and the model number, which looks like the US unlock number back from October 12th. So really good news in terms of GPU. If you're a gamer, the S24 Ultra could be a huge leap, a huge upgrade that you'll really be interested in seeing. One thing I'm still really disappointed about that I'm hoping ends up not being true is Samsung removing this 10x zoom periscope lens. It's looking more and more true. It looks like we're going to get a higher definition, higher resolution 5x zoom. But for me, that is not going to be replacing that 10x. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you excited about the S24 Ultra leaks below? Again, if you are going to be ordering an S24, S24 Plus, S24 Ultra, and you're in the US, check out the mystery box link in the description to sign up. Get those free accessories at launch. We love doing that for the community. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.